Have you ever wondered what happens when an incel gets their way? Well, the manga we're talking about today definitely shows that it's not exactly a pretty sight, since a lot of the time, people just aren't ready for what they wish for, which is why, well, that's sad to say, sometimes you need a little bit of pain before you can finally achieve what you want. But before we get too far along, the manga I'm talking about today is called Denjin N or Electric Man N. But let's be honest, Denjin N sounds a bit cooler, so we'll just go with that for now. So Nasu is pretty much your classic modern loner doomer incel. He lives at home, hates his life, and is overly obsessed about women.
I say fuck you!
But that's not all. Our man can't even go to work like a normal person, though taking a good minute to sniff a handkerchief that he got from a real cutie one time and put on his VR headset so he can go back in time and feel like he is back at the peak of life.
Excuse me, Nasu could write
Yes?
this? It's okay.
No, but,
You can tell it
thanks.
to the teacher. Unexpectedly, it seems
I'm
to
sorry,
do
what's your
something.
name? How do I return it?
I'm Kansaki Misaki from your class. It's okay. I give you this.
Kanzaki Mizaki. Causing him to explode in ecstasy, letting him quote-unquote fuel up for the rest of the day. Now, that's already a pretty bad combination, I have to be honest with you. Now add in a little bit of mental illness while trying to listen to his favorite influencer, and suddenly you become an ethereal electrical being, which changes him from a regular incel to an incel with the power to get all of his wishes, becoming an omnipotent god who can see all. Since it seems becoming electricity in the modern age pretty much makes you a god, since, well, everything that we do now uses electronics, and everything around us is electrically powered. So he ends up getting into some pretty crazy antics, since, wouldn't you? Like, who doesn't love a little bit of revenge on their old boss, since he was pretty harsh, calling him dropout coon and generally being a pretty big piece of trash, or deciding to go to war against the cops, literally turning them against themselves, making even the supposed protectors of the people tremble in fear, and that was just the tip of the spear of what he gets up to. But he quickly gets back to the obsession that he has for a certain idol. Now, it actually starts out kind of nice, since he creates a simple goal for himself, which is to help make Kanzaki Misaki, his old high school crush, into the #1 idol in the country, which seems kind of nice actually, since wouldn't you like to have a guardian angel in this oh so cruel and nepotistic world? But, well, it doesn't stay nice for long, since being a loner doomer incel seemingly makes you a little bit erratic in his pursuit of making his waifu great. Thinking of what she wants to do? No. Insanity! It's about what I can do to accomplish things I want her to do. So just after he deals with his old boss, he quickly finds Kanzaki on one of the cameras where she's performing a concert. We see she's decent. Not great or anything compared to the other groups, but not horrible by any means. Now, how do you deal with competition and people who are better than you? Some people may say that you want to try harder or find some other way to differentiate yourself, but, you know, our boy Nasu doesn't exactly think that's the best way to go about it, and he does things in his own unique way, which you'll see right now. What? What happened? No, what? The engine turned off. For real? What happened? What? Why? What? Automatic brakes? But if we stop there... Just wait, I'm gonna turn them off. No way! What? It's bad! It's really bad! Now, go outside! Yes! No way, the door won't open! You're kidding. Why can't I open the locks? What do we do? What do we do? If we break the window and get out? No way! The window's too hard, it won't break. It's bad. It's really bad. What is the car doing? What happened? This is horrible. Now, you may say that's a little bit harsh, but hey, at least he's doing it for her. I'm sure you're going to be shocked at first, but for sure, from now on, good things are going to happen, because I am going to make you happy. He does this by dealing with all the things that would pain an e-celebrity, like stalkers, haters, and critics, through some very artistic means, I have to say. And all on the down low as well. So, while he may be horribly traumatizing the girl he wants to help, he at least stayed in the shadows. But that doesn't last for long, as our incel gains more and more confidence in his actions, wanting to fulfill the dreams he has of her being the best idol. Not just silencing the people who want to hurt her career, but now trying to shape the world to his wishes, which leads to Kanzaki getting a little suspicious. Since when every time you go by a stoplight it's green, I think it's pretty obvious something weird is going on. While at the same time, the police are beginning to suspect that all of the quote-unquote accidents are actually being committed by some form of hacker, just making things even more of a mess, since who else could be the police's main subject other than Kanzaki herself? Just leading Nasu further down his trail of madness, since he never wanted her to know he existed, but the police caused him to finally reveal himself to her, and then the world. Dragging himself down mentally as he wants her to embody the delusions he has in his mind, further disconnecting himself from the reality of the situation, making things continuously more difficult and dangerous for her and the world, since unthought out power only leads to rash decisions and pain for even those who you claim to care about, which is the biggest problem with people who have similar personalities to Nasu. But we can't put it all on Nasu, since especially later on in the story, Misaki seems to both become more and more scared of him, but also more willing to accept the help and kindness he provides, creating a very interesting dynamic. Since after feeling the benefits, she forms a kind of Stockholm syndrome almost, enjoying it but still feeling very scared by the whole situation. Like, for me personally, just the amount of excess death would get to me after a while. Even if I was absolutely dead set on becoming some form of like social media star, like it's pretty wild. The whole lore just gets pretty wild, especially when his soul gets split, and then he goes full Rods of God mode on some people's heads, and he's like F the police, and then society, and then like man just goes freaking mad in the head. So, folks, maybe you should reject the incel grind set before you become an all-powerful, woman-obsessed crazy person, and check out this whole manga, as it's actually pretty good. And I didn't even really talk about the detective's plotline and so much more content. Hell, I could have gone on just about the art itself for a good hour, as it's pretty good quality for a manga. But that's all for today, guys. Just remember now to not stalk women, and honestly, don't become a supernatural being, since I don't think it'll be worth it. Since if you can't control yourself, well, I think you're going to make things worse for everyone. Please like and subscribe, and make sure to check out my other videos. I'll make sure to have some other content coming out soon, and just thanks for everything, guys. Anyway, bye guys. Bye.